Today I'm making a dish to celebrate the coronation of the king. And the king loved this dish so much that he gave his chef a country manor for making it. It's no secret, King Charles III loves Italian food. And these dried wild mushrooms make the perfect risotto.
The royal family's eating habit is something everyone has always been fascinated about. In fact, it's surprising King Charles III and his family have simple and down-to-earth food preferences.
Everybody's got to eat, even the royals. Given that they essentially have their pick of any food in the world, what do they choose? From healthy options to occasional indulgences. Here's what some of the most famous royals favor.
This was revealed by none other than Chef Mark Flanagan, the head chef of the royal family. Have you ever wondered what exactly King Charles and the rest of the royal family love to eat on a daily basis? Well, you're not alone. Join us as we take you on a journey through the royal family's daily meals, from breakfast to dinner and everything in between. The royal family's daily eating habits. Chef Flanagan has had a front-row seat to the daily meals of King Charles, Camilla, and their sons, William and Harry. His insider knowledge gives us a peek into what life looks like behind the palace doors, especially when it comes to food. At the heart of the royal family's dining meals is an unwavering commitment to seasonal and sustainable eating.
For King Charles, though, someone we'd wager has never tasted Taco Bell in his life. A breakfast box refers to his personal traveling cubby filled with homegrown organic produce and other essential food items.
From King Charles's dedication to organic produce to the vibrant recipes found in a royal cookbook, seasonal recipes from Buckingham Palace, the royals not only uphold culinary elegance but also set a standard for environmentally conscious eating. But what exactly do these meals look like? Let's dig in. King Charles kicks off his day with the kind of breakfast you'd expect from someone with an organic farming obsession. Picture 2 perfectly ripe plums, maybe a sprinkle of dried fruit, and a colorful seasonal fruit salad, all harvested straight from his famous Highgrove Gardens. Talk about eating fresh. But it doesn't stop there. The king has a soft spot for organic eggs, cooked to perfection. And by perfection, we mean boiled for exactly 4 minutes. Not a second more, not a second less. This meticulous approach to his meals reflects his deeper philosophy, eating with respect to the land and its cycles. The idea of sustainability isn't just a trend for him, it's a lifestyle. Meanwhile, Queen Consort Camilla joins him in keeping it simple. Camilla, too, is on board with this approach. Her breakfast choices are almost identical to Charles's, focusing on fresh, local produce. She loves starting her day with fruit, and like her husband, she enjoys food that comes straight from the earth. Her emphasis on organic, seasonal food shows just how much the royals care about the environment. Breakfast might seem simple, but it's rooted in sustainability. Their approach to morning meals sets the tone for a day centered around mindful eating and respecting nature's rhythms. You might be surprised to learn that King Charles doesn't have a big lunch. In fact, according to Chef Flanagan, he tends to skip it altogether. His reason? Well, it's not just a matter of preference. It's about making the most of his time.
King Charles really loves cheese, and he could live on cheese. He absolutely loves cheese, and he also loves eggs. So it was no surprise to me when he put out that this was one of his favorite breakfast recipes.
With all the royal duties and engagements on his plate, lunch just doesn't fit in. Instead, he often enjoys a cup of tea and maybe a light snack if he feels like it. It's all about keeping his energy up and staying focused for the rest of the day. His pragmatic approach to meals speaks volumes about his ability to prioritize and conserve energy for the greater good. Camilla, on the other hand, doesn't skip lunch but keeps it light and easy. She's more likely to enjoy a salad or something simple and healthy. Nothing too heavy, just enough to keep her going. It's clear that both she and Charles believe in keeping their meals nourishing without overdoing it. Their ability to avoid excess food at lunch is a demonstration of their conscious approach to living. They choose meals that fuel their bodies without burdening them. Dinner is where King Charles really shines with his plant-based meals. He's a huge fan of eating vegetarian dishes, and on certain days, he even avoids meat and fish altogether. His dinner table is filled with grains, vegetables, and whatever's in season. He loves wild mushrooms, often gathered from his own gardens, and plums that come straight from his estate. And now here's an interesting fact. King Charles is not a full vegetarian. He practices flexitarianism, which means he avoids meat and fish for 2 days a week, and dairy for 1 day a week. He's motivated by environmental concerns and believes that reducing consumption of animal products can help ease pressure on the environment. This choice, though small in scale, is an attempt to combat climate change by making a personal, sustainable shift in his diet. His meals are full of flavor and nutrients. Fresh herbs from his garden, for example, are often used to bring a fresh, aromatic quality to dishes, while roasted vegetables are paired with rich grains such as quinoa and farro.
This is passion for organic farming. They have all of this incredible produce down at the Duchy Estate where he lives at Highgrove. They have all the vegetables that he grows. He has an incredible vegetable garden.
These meals offer not just taste, but an alignment with sustainable farming practices, as each meal reflects the bounty of what is available locally and seasonally. King Charles believes that the food he eats should be part of a harmonious relationship with the land, something that ensures both nourishment and preservation. Another staple of King Charles's meals is boiled eggs. These eggs are mashed into his side salads, creating a rich, mayonnaise-like texture without the need for artificial ingredients. The focus on real, wholesome ingredients is central to the king's approach to dining. It's not just about what's healthy, but also about making conscious choices that minimize environmental harm. The royal dining experience at dinner is an expression of the values they hold dear: health, sustainability, and respect for the natural world. Camilla shares King Charles's love for plant-based dining, often opting for light, fresh meals filled with vegetables and grains. Her dinners tend to be more straightforward but no less flavorful. Camilla enjoys simple, easy-to-prepare meals that reflect her focus on wholesome ingredients. A typical evening meal for her might consist of seasonal vegetables, grains like couscous or bulgur, and perhaps a refreshing salad. Her approach mirrors King Charles's flexitarianism. She enjoys meals that are nourishing, light, and focused on plants, with the occasional indulgence when the season permits. Of course, we can't forget King Charles's sons, Prince William and Prince Harry. Now, while Prince William and Prince Harry don't live with King Charles and Camilla anymore, their food preferences still reflect their royal upbringing, just with a bit of their own style. Prince William sticks to more traditional British dishes. Think hearty roasts, pies, and potatoes. It's comfort food at its best.
William and Harry were in the kitchen all the time, whether it was to find out what was for lunch or to just play hide and seek or just to come through and chat.
And it's clear that he enjoys the flavors that have been a staple of British cuisine for centuries. Traditional meals, made with the finest ingredients, are part of what keeps him grounded. But don't think he's all about indulgence. William knows the importance of a balanced diet and is keen on keeping meals healthy for his growing family. He mixes his love for British classics with healthier options, keeping things simple but nutritious. Prince Harry, on the other hand, has embraced a much more Californian-inspired diet. His time living in California with Meghan Markle has introduced him to a whole new world of food. Having spent so much time in the United States, he's developed a love for lighter, plant-based meals. He enjoys fresh, healthy food, often choosing dishes that are full of vegetables and plant proteins. His diet aligns with his values around health and sustainability, and it's clear that he's conscious of making food choices that benefit both his body and the environment. Whether it's a hearty vegetable soup or a vegetable-based stir-fry, Prince Harry's meals are a reflection of the modern, health-conscious lifestyle he now leads. His embrace of plant-based eating shows his commitment to making mindful choices for his health and for the planet. Also, the book A Royal Cookbook, Seasonal Recipes from Buckingham Palace, offers a unique and intimate glimpse into the culinary traditions of the British royal family. Co-authored by Mark Flanagan, the royal chef to His Majesty King Charles III, and Edward Griffiths, Deputy Master of the Royal Household. This cookbook is a treasure full of recipes that have graced the tables of Buckingham Palace. The book is designed to be accessible to both novice and experienced cooks, providing not only recipes, but also tips on presentation and entertaining.
How easy are these recipes to recreate? Because some recipe books, you have to be a super chef and
Yes.
you have to have 100 different ingredients. In
And
the fridge.
we've tried to make them deliberately inclusive and accessible. So, they are things that absolutely people can make.
Helping you bring a touch of royal elegance to your own dining experiences. The cookbook is organized by seasons, emphasizing the use of fresh, local ingredients and seasonal cooking. This approach ensures that the dishes are not only delicious, but also sustainable and in harmony with nature's cycles. Here's a closer look at some of the recipes featured in each season, reflecting the royals' commitment to sustainable living. Spring is a time of renewal and fresh beginnings, and the recipes in this section reflect that spirit. One standout dish is asparagus with hollandaise sauce, a classic starter that highlights the fresh flavors of spring. The tender asparagus spears are perfectly complemented by the rich, creamy hollandaise sauce, making it a delightful way to start any meal. Another notable recipe is lamb cutlets with herb crust. These tender lamb cutlets are coated with a fragrant herb crust, offering a burst of flavor that is perfect for a springtime meal. While summer recipes in the cookbook are light, refreshing, and also perfect for warm weather. Poached salmon with watercress sauce is a highlight, featuring tender salmon fillets poached to perfection and served with a vibrant watercress sauce. This dish is not only delicious, but also visually stunning, making it ideal for summer entertaining. For dessert, the strawberry and Pimm's jelly is a quintessentially British treat. This dessert combines the sweetness of strawberries with the refreshing taste of Pimm's, creating a delightful end to any summer meal. In autumn, as the weather cools, the recipes in the autumn section become richer and more comforting. Venison with juniper and red wine sauce is a standout dish, offering a hearty and flavorful meal that makes the most of autumnal ingredients. The venison is tender and succulent, while the juniper and red wine sauce adds depth and complexity to the dish.
Look at that beautiful dish. Let's take it backwards. Let's break it down. Let's take that sauce away, that beautiful red wine sauce.
For dessert, the apple and blackberry crumble is a comforting classic. This dessert features seasonal fruits and a crunchy topping, making it perfect for cooler evenings. Whereas winter recipes in the cookbook are festive and indulgent, perfect for holiday celebrations. Roast goose with chestnut stuffing is a show-stopping main course that is sure to impress. The goose is roasted to perfection and served with a rich chestnut stuffing, making it an ideal centerpiece for a festive meal. For dessert, the Christmas pudding is a traditional British favorite. This rich dessert is packed with dried fruits and spices and is typically served with brandy butter, making it a fitting end to any holiday feast. In addition to these seasonal recipes, the cookbook also includes tips on presentation and entertaining, helping you bring a touch of royal elegance to your own dining room or kitchen. Whether you are preparing a light summer lunch or an extravagant winter feast, perhaps one of the most significant aspects of the royal family's eating habits is their influence on others. Through public appearances, charitable initiatives, and works like A Royal Cookbook, they inspire people around the world to adopt more sustainable and thoughtful eating practices. Whether it's supporting local farmers, reducing meat consumption, or simply enjoying seasonal produce, the royal family's choices serve as a reminder that food is more than sustenance. It's a reflection of our values and a tool for positive change. Let's take a look at where most of the royal family food source comes from: the famous Highgrove Garden. Highgrove House, located in the rolling hills of Gloucestershire, England, is far more than a royal residence. The property, which was acquired by King Charles III, then Prince Charles, in 1980, was initially a dilapidated farmhouse surrounded by wild countryside. At first glance, it seemed an unlikely setting for a royal estate.
To a look at King Charles' private estate in the English countryside, Highgrove House, where His Majesty personally designed the gardens with a focus on being sustainable and eco-friendly.
Yet, it was precisely this imperfection that sparked the beginning of a long journey toward transformation, sustainability, and ecological harmony. The estate's humble beginnings were far removed from the picturesque, eco-conscious haven it would eventually become. When Charles first arrived, the house was in poor condition, and the gardens were overrun with neglect. The estate had the bones of something beautiful, but it required a visionary to bring it to life. That visionary was none other than King Charles, whose commitment to environmental causes and sustainable living would breathe new life into the property. This purchase marked the beginning of a vision that would evolve Highgrove into one of the most celebrated examples of ecological stewardship in the UK. King Charles's dedication to sustainability runs deep. Upon acquiring Highgrove, he was driven by his passion for the environment, seeing the potential to transform the estate into a place that not only showcased natural beauty, but also became a model for sustainable living. The vision was to reflect his belief that architecture, agriculture, and lifestyle could be harmoniously integrated with the natural world. Over time, King Charles would invest in organic farming, renewable energy, and environmentally friendly designs, making Highgrove a symbol of his commitment to the planet. The most iconic feature of Highgrove is perhaps its gardens. As soon as visitors step onto the estate, they are greeted by a breathtaking variety of plant life. Each section of the garden tells its own story, reflecting the prince's deep respect for nature. The gardens are not only designed for aesthetic beauty, but also for ecological balance. The wildflower meadow stands out as one of the most significant features of Highgrove. This lush meadow is more than just a colorful tapestry of blooms. It plays a vital role in supporting biodiversity. The wildflower garden provides a home for pollinators, such as bees and butterflies.
This is the home that King Charles built, a 40-year labour of love. Highgrove in Gloucestershire gives us a model of the new monarch's worldview.
And is a key part of the broader ecological plan to reduce the estate's carbon footprint and promote a sanctuary for wildlife. The Wildflower Meadow's success is a testament to the estate's commitment to creating an environment that fosters both beauty and ecological health. Another standout feature of the gardens is the stumpery, a concept that Prince Charles personally championed. The stumpery is an unusual garden feature built from rotting tree stumps, but its function is far more than ornamental. It provides a habitat for various species of fungi, insects, and woodland creatures. The stumpery serves to enhance the biodiversity of the estate and to demonstrate how decay and life can coexist in a sustainable ecosystem. This garden feature highlights the importance of not discarding the old, but finding a way to integrate it into a living environment, illustrating how sustainability can be rooted in every corner of the landscape. The Thyme Walk, a fragrant pathway lined with diverse species of thyme, is another notable feature. It serves as a testament to King Charles's love for herb gardens and organic gardening. Often cited as one of his favorite parts of the estate, the Thyme Walk not only adds fragrance and beauty to the gardens, but also serves as an example of how practical, sustainable gardening can be seamlessly incorporated into a beautiful landscape. The sustainable gardening techniques used here emphasize organic practices and chemical-free methods. Every aspect of the garden is designed with the goal of minimizing harm to the environment, ensuring that the estate remains a haven for both plants and wildlife. Beyond the gardens, the philosophy of sustainability permeates the way food is approached at Highgrove. The estate's food practices align with King Charles's personal belief in the importance of organic farming and seasonal eating. At Highgrove, food is far more than sustenance. It's a reflection of the estate's overarching commitment to ecological responsibility. Many of the ingredients used in the meals come directly from the gardens, which means that fresh, nutritious food is available year-round. Seasonal eating is a key part of the lifestyle at Highgrove, with meals designed around what is available from the garden during different times of the year. For instance, winter might bring hearty root vegetables, while summer offers fresh berries, tomatoes, and herbs. Seasonal eating isn't just a dietary preference, it's a lifestyle choice that supports local ecosystems and minimizes the environmental impact associated with transporting food. King Charles's plant-based approach to meals is another important part of the estate's food idea. While the prince occasionally enjoys dishes like wild salmon, his preference is for plant-based meals, often prepared with vegetables, herbs, and fruits grown on the estate. Dishes like wild mushroom risotto showcase his belief in the richness of plant-based cuisine, which can be both simple and flavorful. This focus on plant-based foods extends to royal events, where produce from the garden is often featured. This showcases the royal family's commitment to sustainability and provides an example for others to follow. Let's take a dive into the sustainable practices in the Highgrove House. The sustainable practice in the Highgrove House. Highgrove isn't just a sanctuary of peace and relaxation. It is also a hub for innovative sustainability practices. King Charles has long been an advocate for renewable energy and eco-conscious living, and Highgrove has served as a testing ground for new ideas. The estate has incorporated several renewable energy sources, including solar panels and a biomass heating system. These efforts significantly reduce the estate's environmental impact and demonstrate how energy efficiency can work in harmony with nature. The introduction of these energy-saving technologies is a key part of the estate's mission to reduce its carbon footprint and set an example for others to follow. The commitment to renewable energy is part of a broader initiative to experiment with sustainable farming practices. Highgrove has long been a place for agricultural innovation, where King Charles has supported organic farming techniques and explored new approaches to soil health, crop varieties, and sustainable irrigation methods. These practices have not only transformed the estate's agricultural output, but also contributed to a wider movement aimed at sustainable farming practices in the UK and beyond. The estate serves as a model for other landowners and farmers who are looking for ways to balance production with environmental stewardship. Water conservation is a cornerstone of Highgrove's sustainability efforts, reflecting a thoughtful and innovative approach to managing this vital resource. The estate employs several techniques to ensure efficient and eco-friendly water use, seamlessly blending modern technology with natural processes. One of the key methods is rainwater harvesting, where rainwater is collected from the roofs of buildings and stored in large tanks. This simple yet effective practice significantly reduces reliance on mains water by supplying irrigation needs throughout the gardens. Every drop of rainwater collected is a step toward reducing the estate's environmental footprint. In addition, Highgrove uses a reed bed sewage system to treat wastewater in an environmentally friendly way. This system channels wastewater through a series of reed beds, where plants and microorganisms naturally filter out pollutants. The treated water is not only safe to return to the environment, but also suitable for reuse in irrigation, ensuring that nothing goes to waste. To further enhance water efficiency, the gardens are equipped with drip irrigation and soaker hoses. These systems deliver water directly to the roots of plants, reducing evaporation and ensuring that every drop is used effectively. This precise irrigation method minimizes water wastage and promotes healthier plant growth. Highgrove's water features, such as ponds and streams, also play a vital role in conservation while supporting biodiversity. These features are thoughtfully designed with wildlife in mind, including willow ramps that allow animals to access water safely. Regular maintenance prevents stagnation and ensures a thriving aquatic ecosystem, showcasing how water management can coexist with nature. Also, the gardens boast a variety of drought-resistant plants that thrive with minimal irrigation. These hardy species are chosen not only for their beauty, but also for their ability to adapt to the local climate. By incorporating these plants, Highgrove reduces its overall water demand while maintaining the estate's lush and vibrant appearance. Educational outreach is a key component of the estate's mission to promote sustainability. Through garden tours, workshops, and charitable initiatives, Highgrove serves as a platform for educating the public about the importance of sustainable living. Visitors are shown how to incorporate eco-friendly practices into their daily lives, from organic gardening to sustainable home building. King Charles's decision to open Highgrove to the public was not only to showcase the estate as a private sanctuary, but also to share the lessons learned over the years with a broader audience. By making the estate an accessible example of what can be achieved through sustainable living, King Charles hopes to inspire others to take action toward environmental responsibility. The Highgrove shop is another extension of the estate's commitment to sustainability. The shop sells organic products, including foodstuffs and skincare items, many of which are made from ingredients grown on the estate or sourced sustainably. The profits from these products go toward supporting charitable causes, further reinforcing Highgrove's role as a model of both environmental responsibility and social good. By supporting these causes, the estate helps ensure that the benefits of sustainability extend beyond its gates and into the wider community. As visitors walk through the lush gardens, admire the innovative water features, and learn about the estate's sustainable practices, they leave with a renewed sense of hope and motivation to make changes in their own lives. Highgrove proves that with dedication, creativity, and a deep respect for the environment, a harmonious balance between human activity and nature can be achieved. What do you think about the eating habits of the royal family? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, follow, share, and subscribe for more. Also, click on the next video on your screen. You will enjoy it.